In the 90s, there used to be a console that wasn't as popular as the Super Nintendo, but that was in the market and gave us some really weird and memorable games. This console was known as the CD-I. Some of those games were Zelda games that were notorious for their awful gameplay and funny looking hand-drawn animations. I never would have thought that somebody would want to create a game paying homage to those horrible games. Yet, here we are. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a game that emulates the art style and gameplay of the Zelda CD-I games, and all I have to wonder is it any good? Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy, and this is my non-spoiler review for Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore for the Nintendo Switch. This game was developed by CD-I Software and published by Limited Run Games. Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore follows the story of the Kingdom of Faramore, where many years ago an evil entity known as Daimur threatened the peace of the land. Daimur was defeated and sealed away in a jewel that was divided into multiple pieces so that he would never return. Now somebody has liberated Daimur from his prison, and it is up to Princess Arzette to stop him once and for all and bring peace to the land of Faramore. This game's story is told through animated and voice-acted cutscenes. And that's gonna take us to the first thing, the visuals. This game features some good-looking pixel art style that emulates the art style of the Zelda CD-I games. The cutscenes are hand-drawn, but they look ugly intentionally. And they also have voice acting. And to my surprise, the voice acting is actually good, and the times when it sounds kinda bad, it's obviously intentional. So they really managed to capture with the visuals in the cutscenes, the vibe and the art style of those original games, while still managing to present something that feels much more polished. In regards to the music, I have to say that it is outstanding. It's snappy, catchy, engaging, and as soon as you start hearing the first track, you're gonna be jamming to it.
Teleportation scrolls allow you to exit to the world map quickly. Go ahead, take off! Well, what are you waiting for? Defeat Daimur and have some fun!
Let's talk about the gameplay. This game is a 2D action-adventure platformer with Metroidvania aspects focused on fighting, minigames, and light puzzle solving. The objective of the game is to collect all the shards of the crystal and face off against the evil Daimur. The game is divided by stages that have a beginning and an end, and you finish the stage once you have reached the end and have activated what they call a beacon of light at the end of the stage. However, these stages have multiple ways to finish them, so in this sense, the game is not linear. This also means that you will have to replay stages looking for new exits to unlock new areas with the key items that you are going to be getting throughout the entire game. Your character starts out with 3 hit points. You can jump, attack, crouch, and use special items that you get in the game. Stages are connected via a world map where you choose where to go. You will find areas inside the stages that you cannot explore, like I mentioned before, because you need specific key items. These key items are required by completing side quests or advancing the story. They are part of your arsenal and have different functions similar to a Zelda game. In this sense, there is an incentive to complete side quests and to explore old stages. Inside the stages, you will also find minigames that give you rewards, and they are very varied and are really fun. There's also a town in the game where you will find the shops and NPCs. You can buy items with rubies, which is the currency of the game, and which you receive by killing enemies. The side quests that I mentioned before, you will receive them through NPCs that you find either in the town or in the different stages. And most of the time they will give you key items that you need to progress the story forward, but other times you will get other key items that are not required for the story. One thing that this game does, which I really appreciate and I consider like a quality of life thing, is that the game helps you to keep track as to where you need to go and what you haven't done. Each stage in the overworld lets you know what things you have not found in them, and if you have a key item that you need to give to a specific NPC, an exclamation mark is gonna be on top of a stage letting you know that you should go there. In terms of the aesthetic of this game, the world is colorful, the stages are diverse and creative, and NPCs are weird and memorable. There's a lot of variety in enemy models and there are even boss fights. You can choose between normal mode and casual mode, which is like an easy mode. But in general, I would say that the game was very forgiving and it has a very manageable difficulty on normal mode. The game ran smoothly on the Nintendo Switch, I had no frame rate drops whatsoever, and the game takes around 3 to 5 hours to complete. So let's talk about the cons and the pros of this game. Honestly, I have only one complaint, and it's the controls. When I was playing, I did notice that there's like a slight delay in the input. I think it's intentional, trying to emulate the feel of those CDI games, but it still feels sluggish. And that's honestly the only critique I have, because there are certain sections of the game where the game expects you to move fast, and with the sluggish controls, it doesn't pair up very well. But honestly, it was such a minimal thing that it really didn't bother me that much. In regards to the pros, there are so many to mention. The visual presentation is incredible. The hand-drawn animations, the pixel art, the charming voice acting, it's really good. Another thing that really stands out in this game is the music, which like I said before, it's really sticky, it's catchy, and it really helps you get immersed in the action of the game. And last but not least, the gameplay is simple and fun. Honestly, the game is a blast to play. It's such a simple and effective game that I had a lot of fun playing it from beginning to end. In conclusion, Arzette the Jewel of Faramore is a game that managed the impossible. It pays perfect homage to those awful Zelda CDI games while still managing to deliver an outstanding game in every aspect possible. The visual art style is charming, the visual presentation is funny, heartfelt, and memorable, the music is banging, the gameplay is fun and engaging, and all around it is one game you should not miss out on. For this reason, I highly recommend Arzette the Jewel of Faramore for the Nintendo Switch. So that's gonna be it for my non-spoiler review. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Hey, look everyone! It's the princess!
Pretty sure they can see me.
Yeah, but you always gotta be mindful of what's around you. If you see anything nasty coming your way, you gotta knock it away with your weapon.
Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.